Bonjour, it is Saturday the 15th. It's casual Saturday. I'm not in my work attire. And glorious. I've just been down to the local show, so I'm pricing up for a client on a few bits and pieces. So I thought I'd pop to the house. I've got this expansion strip that's got to go the whole way round. It needs doing. I'm in the area, so I thought, why not? I'll just quickly spend a bit of time fitting that in here. It's just how I roll. Let's get some done. Okay, this is purely for going around the perimeters of the room, and basically it's foam and it just allows for the expansion and contraction of the screeded floor as it heats and cools through the seasons. Literally that is what it's for. So we just put it all around the edge, staple it, whatever it takes to hold it in position, and then when the screed presses against it, it will do its job. Right. Right, I just have to unread it a little bit, that's why I just clicked the video. This one's got a bit of plastic on the bottom, so that goes like that to stop any seepage down the sides. Okay, I thought the staple gun would be a good idea, but it's not working. Let's think of something else. Might use some screws. Right, the staples weren't long enough, so I've just got some 25mm plasticboard screws that I'm just using to push it through into the 25mm king span around the edge. That seems to do the job. This is very conveniently got perforated strips or whatever the name is. This is another one of those jobs, you never know I've done it, but it needs doing. I've just been pricing up ready for the DPM that'll go down all over this as well. So once I've got the prices for that, we'll get all that laid. I've also contacted a few of the underfloor heating companies, so I'm just waiting to get quotations back for everything for that as well. So progress is happening behind the scenes as always. Tell you what, this is an exciting job. I can barely contain myself over here. Exciting time to go into the next room now. Calm down. Right, that is a fair bit of the perimeter done. In a matter of fact, it's all of the perimeter done. The only things I've got left to do are just the stud walls and both sides of this spine wall. Then that's that all done. Let's end the video here because it's going to be a little while whilst I wait for materials and to sort a few other things out. My van's still broken. Hopefully it'll be fixed by the end of next week. So until that happens, I can't clear out, and until I clear out, I can't get all the polythene down and all the pipes laid down. So we will just wait. Bonjour, good morning. Yay, the van's back. If anybody knows about engines, that's your valves, and they're supposed to be straight. So basically what happened is I was driving along and my engine mounts snapped clean. The engine dropped. I was blocking the road, so I just limped it up the road a little bit to get it, you know, to safety. I shouldn't have, because basically that snapped the cam belt, which then knackered the whole top engine. So I had to have a top end engine rebuild. I had to have a new cam belt, new auxiliary belt. Whilst it was apart, you might as well put a new water pump on just in case that fails at a later date. I had to have a new alternator because that got trashed when the engine mount snapped. Yeah, 1,158 euros later, I get my van back. Still, I've got it. That's the main thing. Straight back to work down the house. So I was at Chausson the other day. I've picked up a huge roll of plastic. So the next job in preparation for the underfloor heating pipe is we have to put a membrane down. I think I have said previously, the reason you put a membrane down is because long term the screed can attack the Kingspan. So it's just a way of preserving that material and keeping it in good health through its lifespan. So what I'm going to do now is just hoover this all through, wipe the joints dry, tape them up with some silver tape, and then we will get laying some plastic. So watch the magic as always. Right, now that's all done, I'll go get the tape and start doing that. Right, this is called foil tape, believe it or not. It looks like foil, hence the name. And it is, you know, it is designed for this job, for sealing the joints. So that is what I will do. Does it really make a difference? Probably not. The only real reason I can see for doing it is just to stop any potential screed getting down between the gaps, because if it was to get down into the gaps, there is a theory that I can get underneath and then lift the floor. But because we've got the membrane going down on top of this, that wouldn't technically happen. So part of me does think I'm wasting my time doing this, but I've got some tape, so I'm just going to do it. Right, that's that room done. That was nearly a whole roll to do this, 40 square metres. If anything, it does look very smart, you know what I mean? Look at that. Beautifully sealed, all wonderful. Right, I'm going to roll the plastic out now. It's a 6 metre wide length. It's very, very long. I don't know how long it is, but very long. So with this room, hopefully I should just be able to roll it out, cut it to the length a little bit over, and then when I unfold it, in theory, there should be 500 up one side, 500 up the other. Happy days. Karen and Sky are going to come along later to help me in the other room. It's just going to be a bit awkward trying to do it on my own. So let's unroll the plastic next. This was another surprise purchase. So obviously behind the scenes I'm always pricing things up, so I'll look at multiple websites, different products, you know, to try and get the best deal on everything, as you should do. Obviously I needed lots of plastic, and I was looking online for DPM, which is damp-proof membrane, which is what we want, and a lot of it was 4 meters, you know, opened at 4 meters, or it was 1 meter by 4, or it was just like rubbish lengths. And I went to my local Chausson, which is not cheap, like they're not cheap for most stuff. And they had this whole roll in here for 81 euros. And it actually turned out to be really, really good price compared to what I was looking for on Amazon and stuff like that. So I ended up buying it. Because if any of you, because I know quite a few of you watch, you know, do renovate over here in France, you will know, like I know, some of the stuff is an absolute rip-off when it comes to the prices, especially screws and fixings and stuff. But, you know, you still get surprises where, you know, some things are actually still cheaper. Right, let's get this unrolled. So it's a 50mm liquid screed, so we need a bit of a upstand just to retain it. So I've done that, I've gone up about 150 on this side. So we'll just unroll it. Right, that's that done. I've got to try and make that stick to the wall somehow. I think I might have some tape upstairs. Right, let's get this unwrapped. Right, that's all sorted. I've just now got to do all the corner cuts and tape it all up, so I'll come back once that's done. Right, I'm in the main area now. I'm just putting the perimeter strip around these walls for the expansion as well. Sky, come here. You gonna say hi to the camera? You gonna say hi to the camera? Look, wave. You gonna wave? You gonna help Daddy? Probably not. She's waving at the door. Sky. Beautiful girl.
Huh?
You gonna come and help?
Hey.
Yeah? Come on then. Oh, you gotta take this then. There you go, take that. And then walk all the way up there. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Around the corner. Just around the corner a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Good girl. Thank you. How about you walk off with this bit around that way? Okay, come around this way. Pick up the roll, pick up the blue roll, and walk that way. Okay? That's it, good girl. Now go off that way. That's it. My own little helper. Go on then. That's it, well done. You closed the door. Do you know why they want to get in? How are you going to get out? Did you let Mummy call you? Come on then, let's go to the door. Your dumbass daughter's closed the door, you have to come and open it. Right. It's taking a bit longer in this room. I was busy clearing it all out because there's a lot more junk in here. So that's all done. I've taped up all the seams, so that's sorted. So what I'm going to do now is rather than try and unroll it out in one massive section and cut all around that, which will prove to be very difficult on my own, I am just going to break it down into that section, and this section. Make life easy. Work smarter, not harder. Always struggle with that saying. Right. This is why it's so annoying on your own. You like pull it that way, then you got to pull it that way, then over there, pull it that way, keep on pulling. Well, that's that section done. Right, that's that section done. I'm going to go home. It's Saturday afternoon. I'll spend some time with the family. I've still got to obviously clear this side off, hoover it all up and sort it, so we'll come back on the next video clip. So. Bonjour, good morning. It is Sunday the 1st of March. People do say, ooh, where is the time gone? Wow, been busy grafting, so I know where the time's gone. I'm busy working my butt off. Following on from the last video clip, I was up here yesterday on my own. I forgot to bring the GoPro, so I've laid the rest of the plastic out. We had a bit of a result. They're building another house up on this estate, and there was literally tons and tons of earth, we noticed, piled up. So I took a photo of the builder's placard. We got in contact with them, and they very, very kindly delivered a load of mud. I'm just coming past their building site now, so I will show you. So here's the driveway going up to what will be their new house. So there was literally piles and piles of mud like that, and it was like, well, that would be really handy for sorting some of our land out, because I want to build up certain areas. Predominantly clay mud with absolutely huge bits of concrete and rubble and all sorts, so it will actually work as a really good sub base. So as we drive up our driveway, just off to the left, it slants down quite a lot, and to build that up and create a turning circle for the car would be a good idea, we thought. So as we're approaching the house, quite the pile. I was actually quite surprised when I seen it. I did ask for some, and I certainly got some. So the plan is to build it over there, and there is loads more if we want it. So what me and Karen and Sky have come down to do today is this pile that I've kept just because there's some usable wood and stuff. We're going to move that all out the way, and then this whole pile can just be dragged down, and we can grade this whole area to match the existing level over there. And then long term, what we'll do is we'll put a layer of calcare over it, whack it down, some terrain, and then we'll put some decorative gravel over the top, I would imagine. Right, so the job today, move that. Like I said, it'd be good for, you know, it's actually perfect, really. No,
Up there already.
and it'd be solid. You think what I'll do is we'll sort it all, and then I'll get Neil down here with the digger. I'll get like fucking 3 lorry loads of calcare. We'll get him to fucking camp it all down, and then the weight of his digger going up and down, that's sort that right out.
Dad, what are you doing?
How did that go, my love?
Okay. Rained off.
Rained off. We knew it was going to rain, but we thought we'd risk it. We've done
Mm.
about half of it, so I'll come back in the week and carry on the joys of trying to work it this time of year.